what up, it's Dane. In this video, I'm going to be telling you a diet that you can follow if you want to build muscle for skinny guys, right? So if you're a skinny guy, if you're probably a young teenager and you've been training for say 0 to 1 years and you have no clue. No, in fact, if you've been training for 1 to 4 years and you've been following some steroid user that'll be telling you a proper diet, you need to eat certain foods, then this video is definitely for you because they're probably giving you the wrong knowledge. So a diet to gain weight for skinny guys, right? It's a very popular topic, and especially if you know me, recently I've been making videos for skinny guys because I was a skinny guy myself and I've learned so much, and I just think I could provide a lot of value for skinny guys to build muscle. So let's get straight into the video. Man, this camera's heavy, man. So anyway, to build muscle for skinny guys, here's goes. First of all, I'm going to start with breakfast and dinner, and what I want to say first is there is no best muscle building foods, and you can click off the video now if you do believe there is muscle building foods for bodybuilding. What I will say, however, there are foods that are more calorie dense and that don't fill you up, making them a little bit of muscle building foods, right? However, there's just no best food. Coconut oil and all the superfood shit has just been marketing bullshit over the top. But let's get into it. So breakfast, typical foods that I usually eat and I recommend to people is as follows. And what I will say again is that I usually do recommend people do follow a healthier diet because it actually does help you build a bit more muscle in some ways. However, I don't want to get too much into that video. I've already probably got a video. In fact, I have over like 405 videos I have on the channel. I've definitely got a video on healthy versus unhealthy, right? However, if you're a skinny guy, you might want to choose some unhealthy options because you just struggle to get the calories in. However, I'm going to be telling you now a skinny guy weight gain diet starting from now. Let's go. Cut straight for this shit. I'm hyped up. Okay, so for breakfast, man, I usually have eggs, oatmeal, right? Those are the two main sources that I've been eating for like say 2 years, and you don't need to do exactly the same, especially if you don't like them. You can also eat all brown flakes. I do have all brown flakes as well just to get the fiber in, and as well low fat Greek yogurt, or you could just have Greek yogurt. It doesn't need to be especially low fat, whatever you choose. So eggs, oatmeal all the time. A typical meal that I have with oats is oats, protein powder, cacao powder, honey, frozen fruit. That's one typical meal I personally have, and I recommend this to skinny guys as well because if you have a massive appetite, which I doubt it because you wouldn't really be that skinny and struggling to gain weight, so-called harder gainer, you can still eat a lot of oats as well, right? So the next option, like I said, is eggs, right? Eggs are so good. You can make omelets, scrambled eggs, poached eggs, blah, 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 blah. I keep it scrambled because that's the easiest way. So but that's basically the breakfast foods that I typically have. You can have, say, bacon. You can have any typical breakfast foods you really want. However, if you already know me, I don't believe in this breakfast food shit. You can have any foods and breakfast time if you want, right? There's no just society puts this thing on us that you need to eat certain foods at certain times, especially the breakfast stuff. Obviously, lunch and dinner is typically the same foods. However, let's get into the snacks, right? We can go snacks then lunch. So typical snacks, and this is so important if you're a skinny guy, man. I'm telling you, snack all the time in your classroom, if you're in school, at work, whenever you can, you need to get the calories in, right? Because as you already know, calorie surplus and progressive tension overload, adding more weight onto the bar over time, is probably the main primary factors for skinny guys to gain weight, right? I don't care who tells you anything else, those are probably two main factors. The third one obviously being increased volume over a period of time, and probably the fourth one, the protein intake. But those are probably the four main principles. Okay, so the snacks. Typically, I recommend rice cakes because rice cakes is life. It's very easy to get the calories in, and it's healthier. It's healthy depending on what rice cakes you buy. If you buy the plain ones, they'll be healthy. If you buy the ones with chocolate coating, like I used to do, they're not so healthy. So anyway, rice cakes is good to get the calories in, right? You could put some peanut butter on them, some banana, and that's a good snack to go. Second ones are like, not second ones, more are granola bars. They're really high in calories, right? Granola bars. Even cereals, man, that shit takes 2 minutes. If you're gonna be a real dirtbag and you can't be and you really can't be asked to cook, and I've got nothing against that, right? I used to do it myself. In fact, I actually did it when I did after a video. I just had all brown flakes here. I think I was making what foods to eat to gain mass, and I was eating this shit with my hand. Like, you can do the same, especially if you're traveling. But anyway, so cereals, granola bars, rice cakes, Nuts as well. Nuts are really good. I don't eat any nuts because I hate eating nuts. I just don't like any of them. And maybe some peanuts with like chili powder or chili coating and stuff like that. That's the only ones I really like. But if you like nuts, eat a lot of nuts. Keep it in your pocket, keep it in your shoes, wherever you really can. Just keep it safe, right? Always eat them. And the fourth one, and this is probably the most important one. Why did I say the fourth one? I'll probably name more than 4 or less. The fourth, I said it again, what's going on? Yeah, the next snack is mass gainer shakes, right? And these are so important. You can buy mass gainer supplements if you really want, or you could just make your own ones if you want to be hippie at home. Put it in a blender, put like protein powder, eggs, oats, banana, some cacao powder, yogurt, eggs. I've already said that, haven't I? Yeah, just make your own one up, man. Peanut butter, stuff like this. And that's actually coming into, that just reminded me, another snack that you can have is peanut butter, right? 1 teaspoon of peanut butter is like 115 calories or something like this. You can eat a whole jar of peanut butter, especially if you like it. This is a really good tip for you, right? And literally the whole day, that would be like, I don't know, probably way over 1,000 calories. So that was another snack. So that's the snacks finished, right? So we have breakfast, snacks, and let's jump into lunch slash dinner meals, just overall foods that you can really eat. So first of all, I recommend pasta and rice. This is such good a weight gain diet for skinny guys, and I'm not really a skinny guy, and I'm not really a hard gainer. I can eat so much in one sitting, man. It's insane. So trust me about this. I can eat quite a lot in one sitting. So I don't really struggle to gain weight. However, if say I can't be asked to cook, I love pasta and I love rice, and these are foods skinny guys must eat. I don't care who you are. They're cheap. They're just so convenient. They take 10 minutes to make each. And yeah, you can't go wrong with it. Pasta, you can go penne pasta, tortellini, fusilli, whatever you call these names, some weird names I can't pronounce. Spaghetti, like, you know, you can name it. You can have loads of different pasta. And obviously rice, basmati, like obviously loads of different types of rices. So use different variation there. However, they all take about 10 minutes to cook. And they're really cheap, right? So those are the 2 main carb sources I still have today, and I'm gonna make a full day of eating video for you guys, because I know some people have asked for it and some people are interested. However, trust me, it's just gonna be pasta and rice quite a lot of the time. So that said, let's get into some other foods. Potatoes are good as well. However, they do fill you up quite a lot, right? So some people even still believe the myth, I don't know why, that potatoes make you fat and shit like this. They definitely don't. Nothing really makes you fat unless you overconsume it, right? I don't understand why people still think it. But anyway, you can eat potatoes if you want. However, you need to understand that they fill you up quite a lot. In fact, there's a satiety index. You can Google this shit up. Potatoes are the #1 ranked. So if you want to lose weight and you're somehow watching this video, then eat potatoes. And another ones you can eat is sweet potatoes. They don't really tend to fill me up. However, they might fill you up. However, that's a good carb source again. And those are probably most of the carb sources I consume. Again, oats, I already said that. That's another good carb source I consume. And what else do I consume? Bread as well. For skinny guys, man, you can probably go for a loaf of bread a day. And bread and peanut butter. I know a lot of skinny guys that sometimes do that, right? They eat peanut butter sandwiches, and like 1 slice of bread is 150 calories, right? So let's say a sandwich of peanut butter might be 600 calories, which is definitely a lot, and considering it doesn't really fill you much at all. And it doesn't need to be brown bread. It could be white or brown bread. It doesn't really matter too much. They're basically the same anyway, same shit. So those are basically the main carb sources a skinny guy should be eating. And if you're still with me watching this video, thank you. Let me know down below, because no one has actually done this. So I want to see who actually watches this video to the end, or I'm just gonna shut down the camera now. No, I'm joking. So anyway, carbs. Now fats. Now let's start with protein. Fats get a bit boring. So protein, because everyone loves a bit of protein. Usually I just stick to the white meat, because the white meat is cheap. If you have got the money, you can buy red meat as well. It's not like red meat gives you cancer or liver problems, stuff like this that some people still believe. Don't know why. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the sources. So not literally the sauces like tomato sauce, like protein sources here. So red meat you can have, say, steak, lamb, beef mince, anything like that, just beef. And then typical sauces that I have are turkey mince, because that's like £1.25 or something is the cheapest, or £1.69. Turkey steaks, they're a little bit more expensive. They're £2.60, I think. See, I already know the prices of this shit. And those are the 2 main sources I get from the supermarket. The third one is again just protein powder. And if I could be bothered to go to the shops, I would have legumes, like stuff like beans, kidney beans, stuff like this. They do have some sources of protein as well. So again, it's not just all about me. I'm just telling you what I eat and what you can eat, some like for skinny guys that you can eat too. So legumes are good as well. They have a lot of fiber. If you don't know what they are, it's basically like pinto beans, refried beans, all the kind of beans, stuff like this. The ones that give you a lot of fiber and allow you to have a shit every single day. So those are the main sources I have. And also I have a lot of tuna. I forget this a lot. A tuna is so appropriate, so convenient. Literally takes 2 minutes to open the can. You can even eat it from the can. However, I do advise you put some sauce in that shit, otherwise it'll dry your mouth out. And remember as well, just like a little tip coming from the side here, when you're trying to gain weight, you don't need to eat like everything clean. In fact, if you're gonna eat stuff, I recommend you actually eat everything quote unquote dirty, right? So just put a lot of sauces on stuff. You don't need to have like, oh, no sauce, no spice, that's going to increase muscle and stuff like this. Just really try and increase the calories if you're a skinny guy, right? So those are the protein sources. Now let's get into the fat sources, the last one. And this video's been going on 11 minutes. Shit, man, someone better be watching this. So 11 minutes. Let's get into the fat. So fat sources, again, nuts. Already said in the snacks, nuts are real good. Fatty fish like mackerel. In fact, I just bought mackerel today for the first time. I want to try this shit out. What else for fat sources? Peanut butter, again, that was in the snacks. All nut butters, like almond butter. Again, you see this interlinks with nuts again. What other fat sources? Avocados, you can have olive oil, coconut oil, all types of oils. Yeah, I think those are the main fat sources that I really know of. And yeah, so anyway, those are the fat sources. If you don't know more, you could probably search them on Google, but it's typically more fats, oils, and you need to understand that there are healthy fats and there are unhealthy fats. Basically, again, quote unquote, the unhealthy fats would be stuff like in chocolate bars, stuff like this, the trans fats, and then the other monosaturated fats and polysaturated fats are like a nuts, oils and stuff like this. So anyway, this is like the food you should eat, and I guess we could say a full day of eating for a skinny guy, right? And in fact, I told you some breakfast foods, and let me give you just like a full day of sample meal plan that you could do. So typically what I would tell a skinny guy to eat is for breakfast, they should have eggs and oatmeal. One reason why I recommend eggs is always they actually contain quite a lot of leucine, if I can remember. Yeah, they do. Eggs and whey are great protein sources, right? And eggs contain a full amino acid profile as well. So the skinny guy should definitely eat a lot of eggs. And they don't need to be raw. In fact, I don't even recommend you should eat them raw. I don't understand why you should anyway. Just cook that shit up. And then oatmeal, have a lot of oats. Put a lot of peanut butter in the oats to increase the calories as well, because let's face it, the peanut butter and the oats is not going to fill you up any more than, like, it's almost in liquid form, right? So do that. You can put some frozen fruits in there if you want, but they may fill you up a little bit more. So you're just thinking about calories here. So I'd have, say, scrambled eggs, maybe on toast as well. Let's say that's about 600 calories, depending on the amount, stuff like this, obviously. And then some oats on the side. That'd be maybe a 1,000 to 1,300 calorie meal for breakfast, right? That's quite a lot. For snacks in between, I'd recommend I have a handful of nuts, probably 500 calories there. So we're on 1,800 calories. Then, if you're even a really hard gainer, really skinny guy that just can't gain weight, I'd recommend a mass gainer shake, probably a few hours before you have a workout. It doesn't need to be pre-workout, post-workout, anything like that. I'm just making this shit up. So a mass gainer shake, maybe say you're gonna have a workout in 2 hours, that's fine. You have that, let's say that's 1,000 calories mass gainer shake. We're on 2,800 calories already before the quote-unquote lunch. I don't know why I said quote-unquote. And then say post-workout, you have your lunch, you have, say, some chicken. Oh yeah, that's a protein source that I didn't mention that I eat all the time, chicken. You can have, say, some chicken with a lot of rice, say, I don't know, people say 1 cup, but I've never measured in cups. Just say, how can I say, 3 hands of rice or something like that. Rice contains a lot of calories anyway. So that would be about, say, already 1,500 and one and a half chicken breasts or something like this. We on about I don't know what we're on, like 3,300 or something like this. Again, it's just like a rough estimate of something I'd tell a skinny guy to eat. And then maybe for dinner or even a midnight snack, again, just have pasta with, say, fish or something like this. Let's say we have, I don't know, 3 hands of pasta. Not, like, again, I said I don't measure the stuff in cups, right? I measure it with my eye and I just put it in a pot. So let's just say 3 hands of pasta, and then maybe we have for protein source, we have some turkey mince, 1 pack of that. That's 500 calories. That's again 1,500 calories or something around there. And then we'd be up to about 4,500 plus calories already without even having a midnight snack, bro. So don't give me an excuse that you can't consume enough calories for a skinny guy. And shit, man, this is probably the longest video I've ever made. If you watch this video to this point, please let me know. I would love if someone lets me know. And if you're a subscriber that never comments, man, and you've watched this video to this point anyway, I love you, man, for watching this video to this point. I love everyone who does this, and I love everyone who supports me. So anyway, hope you got some value from this video. If you did, subscribe down below if it's the first video watching to get notifications on my 3 videos a day. Leave a comment, stay positive, stay smiling, and as always, let's gain some weight for skinny guys.